All right, so the populists supported William Jennings Bryan, but McKinley, backed by the robber barons, wins the election anyway. They basically bought the whole thing off. There was not enough support for the Populist Party to go ahead and win this election. In this very corrupt election, factory workers were actually loaded up and forced to vote Republicans or be fired. So no secret ballots at this time. Remember, that was a demand of the populists that they're going to get later. This is going to prove how much they actually need it. Now, this guy right here is President William McKinley. He is our last Gilded Age president because the next president that's coming is going to wipe the slate clean, clean up the robber barons, basically kick them out for the most part, all the bad ones, and he's going to change America in a very good way and bring us out of this horrible, rotten, Gilded Age and bring us into the future of a very prosperous America. And his name is Teddy Roosevelt. So that's what the next chapter is about. All right. So why don't we have a populist party anymore? Okay. So today we got the Democrats, we got the Republicans, right? Well, the reason why is because either the Democrats or the populists had to die. Because if one or the other had not died, then the Republicans would have simply dominated every election from then on. So imagine you have a pie, okay? And the pie is split in half. Half the people are Democrats, half the people are Republicans. Well, if the Democratic half splits in half again, then the Republicans will win every single election. And the Democrats knew this. So either the Democratic Party had to change or they were going to die. So the Populist Party died when the Democrats stole all their ideas. Okay? Democrats would have died out. Instead, Populists would have split the election. Well, we already went over all that. Okay. All right. So it was a very simple strategy. Okay. The Populists were mostly Southern Democratic farmers, right? They took themselves out of the Democratic Party and made their own Populist Party because the Democrats had been disrespecting them, as we had learned in previous videos. They weren't representing them because they knew that the farmers wouldn't actually get out and vote. Well, they could not abide by this much of a loss of their constituents. So what they ended up doing is the Democrats came up with a strategy. It's pretty simple and it's pretty brilliant. So let's say you have a presidential debate, okay? You got the Republican, you have the Democrat, you have the populist, right? Well, the populist would stand up and say something like, I want an 8-hour workday for every American. And the Democrats would basically say, yeah, that sounds good, we'll do that. We believe that too. And the populists would say, well, we want a progressive income tax where rich people have to pay more than poor people. And Democrats would say, man, that's a good idea, we'll do that too. For every single thing the populists wanted, the Democrats just took their idea and said, we'll do it if you join the party again. So the populists died because there was literally no reason for them to exist anymore. The Democrats started taking care of their needs, and the populists died out. So the legacy of the Populist Party is this, though. Okay, so legacy means what happened because of them, right? Populists proved that the average citizens can actually organize to affect change, okay? In other words, the little guy, if there's enough of them, they can get together and stand up to the robber barons. And they can stand up to the parties. And they can actually get their way. You remember the populist platform. All the things they believed, right? All the planks in their platform. How many of those things got done eventually? Now, it didn't get done. None of it got done, basically, almost, while they were actually a party. It all got done later by the Democratic Party after they took their entire platform and said, yep, that's our platform. Okay? So that's the death of the Populist Party for you.